want to ask you about Jay-Z's album.
I think it's genius. I mean, like all of his projects, I thought it was really good.
Jay-Z new video with Nas and DJ Khaled, it's a scene with his checkerboards. These are all occult Satan
felonies. I'm not crazy or none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
Jay-Z just lost everything. A court just handed down a $1.6 billion ruling that could destroy his empire. And Beyonce, she's had enough. From hidden children to secret settlements, the cracks in Jay-Z's perfect image are exploding into the open. Is this the end of hip-hop's most powerful couple, or the beginning of their biggest fight yet?
Beyonce for sure. I love her. I love Beyonce. Jay-Z too, I really admire the both of them.
No one expected the verdict. For years, Ramirez Satterthwaite had claimed that Jay-Z was his biological father. Most dismissed it as a publicity stunt, a desperate reach for fame and fortune. But then, against all odds, the courtroom delivered a ruling that shook the entertainment world. Jay-Z, the billionaire mogul, would be held liable to the tune of $1.6 billion. This wasn't a quiet settlement behind closed doors. This was a legal bombshell, public, humiliating, and devastating in scale. Even for a man like Jay-Z, whose empire spans from Roc Nation to Tidal, from luxury liquor brands to massive real estate holdings, $1.6 billion is no slap on the wrist. That number represents collapse. It's not just about cutting a check. It's about unraveling the very foundation of his empire. In the business world, perception is as valuable as profit. Once confidence in a mogul is shaken, partners pull back, investors panic, and competitors pounce. For the first time in decades, Jay-Z doesn't look invincible. He looks exposed. But the money isn't even the biggest problem. At home, Beyonce is reaching her breaking point.
Potential. Jay was more quiet. But I mean, I learned that Jay was being quiet because he was taking notes. He was taking notes, observing everything, taking it all in. Because, sometimes you're around and you're watching to see things to do. But some people are around.
Behind closed doors, the Carter household is reportedly in turmoil. Beyonce, whose entire career has been built on control, precision, and flawless image, now finds herself drowning in scandal she didn't create. Insiders describe the atmosphere as controlled chaos, outward calm, inward storm. Beyonce has allegedly delivered an ultimatum: resolve this scandal immediately or risk losing not just their marriage, but everything they've built together as a brand. And make no mistake, brand is the key word here. Beyonce's billion-dollar tours, Ivy Park clothing line, and massive endorsements depend on her immaculate reputation. Scandal is poison, and Jay-Z's legal disaster has now spilled directly into her empire. For Beyonce, every second of hesitation carries a cost. Luxury brands are known for one thing: ruthlessness. If her image gets tainted, they will cut ties instantly. Already, whispers suggest deals are being reviewed and negotiations paused. She knows time is running out. And just when things couldn't look worse, an old ghost from Jay-Z's past comes roaring back.
No, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
The victory for Ramirez didn't just cost Jay-Z money, it reignited the most dangerous rumor of all, that he has other hidden children. Enter Lita Massour, a young woman from Maryland who has long claimed that Jay-Z is her father. For years, her story was dismissed as small-town gossip. But now, with Ramirez's courtroom win, her claims suddenly look much harder to ignore. Lita has spoken openly about her childhood, about how everyone in her community knew who her father was. She's described her struggles, her mother's illness, raising her siblings, living under the weight of a secret too big for a teenager to carry. But here's where it gets explosive. Reports claim Jay-Z allegedly bought her a home in Maryland, provides quiet financial support, and enforces strict rules. No photos of him in the house, no public acknowledgement of their connection. If Lita steps forward with real evidence, emails, bank records, even DNA, Jay-Z could be dragged into not one, but two high-stakes paternity battles. And if that happens, his empire doesn't just look shaky, it starts to crumble in real time. But if the personal scandals are dangerous, the business side might be an even greater peril. Jay-Z has always been more than a rapper. He's a businessman, a mogul, a symbol of power. But empires are fragile, and $1.6 billion is the kind of hit that can dismantle even the strongest foundation. Roc Nation, his entertainment powerhouse, could start bleeding artists. Investors don't like instability, and with Jay-Z's credibility under fire, rising stars may decide to jump ship before the brand collapses. His luxury liquor brands, Doucet and Armand de Brignon, could face suspensions from corporate partners. His music streaming platform, Tidal, might be sold off at a steep discount just to cover mounting costs. And then there's real estate. Jay-Z and Beyonce have properties across the globe, from Malibu to Manhattan. But billion-dollar payouts don't come cheap. Forced sales could expose cracks in their financial empire. But money is only part of the problem. The real danger is perception. Once an empire looks weak, rivals swoop in. And right now, Jay-Z's aura of dominance is slipping away. And the rest of the industry? They're watching closely. Some staying silent, others piling on. The music industry is a brutal place. When one king stumbles, others sharpen their knives. Notice who hasn't spoken up. Rihanna, Kanye West, Drake, all former allies. Their silence speaks volumes. In an industry built on loyalty, staying quiet when someone falls often means only one thing: you don't believe they can recover. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's greatest rival is seizing the moment. 50 Cent, known for his ruthless trolling, has turned Jay-Z's refusal to take a DNA test into a circus. Meme after meme, joke after joke, 50 isn't just mocking, he's publicly stripping away the aura of invincibility Jay-Z has carried for decades. And in an era where public perception is currency, 50's taunts are more than entertainment. They're lethal. But while rivals laugh, the real danger is much closer to home. Beyonce's next move could decide everything. For Beyonce, this is more than a marriage. It's a crossroads. If she stays by Jay-Z's side, she risks being pulled deeper into scandal. But if she leaves, she risks being painted as cold, disloyal, or opportunistic. Either choice could scar her brand. Reports suggest she has quietly spoken with top divorce attorneys. Nothing public, nothing official, but serious enough to make the industry take notice. Her allies fear the damage is already spreading. Endorsement deals are reportedly on pause, luxury brands are pulling back. Every day this scandal drags on, Beyonce loses ground. And if she decides to walk away, the fallout could make the $1.6 billion ruling look small in comparison. And as the Carter household shakes, the entire industry wonders what happens if Jay-Z falls. This isn't just about Jay-Z. This is about what happens when a titan falls. Roc Nation manages athletes, artists, and deals that stretch across entertainment, sports, and tech. If that foundation cracks, countless careers could collapse along with it. The industry is watching, nervous, Because if Jay-Z, a billionaire mogul with decades of dominance, can be dragged down by scandal, then no one is safe. Not Drake, not Diddy, not even Beyonce. And so the question becomes, is this just Jay-Z's fall, or the first domino in a chain reaction that could change the entire entertainment landscape? Right now, Jay-Z stands at the edge of a cliff. In one possible future, he stabilizes the chaos, settling lawsuits, silencing rumors, and somehow rebuilding his empire. In the other, the scandals spiral, the empire collapses, and Jay-Z's name goes down in history not as hip-hop's greatest mogul, but as its most shocking downfall. For decades, Jay-Z was untouchable, but today, the cracks are showing. So we leave you with this question. Will this be the scandal that finally topples Jay-Z, or the fight that proves, once again, that he's a survivor in a game built on destruction? Because one thing is certain, this story isn't over, and the next headline might change everything.